What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ringside Geeks, the wrestling podcast where our opinions matter and yours don't. Because you don't have a microphone.
That is correct.
You don't have a microphone in front of you, but you can tweet at us and let us know how wrong we are or just how right Tom always is.
Absolutely.
My name is Dave, and my other fine hosts this evening are the aforementioned Tom.
Hello, folks.
You also heard John's voice.
The champ is still here.
And the silent...
But deadly?
No, I wasn't. I was trying to find another S word, but we'll just say the silent Monroe.
Do I have to say hello or do I have to be silent?
No, you were just...
I don't know how to play this gimmick.
The silent up till now Monroe.
Oh, okay. Hello.
There we go. All right. So yeah, we're releasing this just a little bit late, but that's not a big deal. It'll still come out on Friday. We had some technical issues that are hopefully worked out. You may hear the volume go up or down in this episode as I try to get the levels perfect, and I apologize for that, but we're just trying to get things back to normal. And this episode will be a little different. We're not doing a weekend review, none of that stuff, no news. We're going to do our late mid-year awards. For 2017. Then we're also going to do our, we're going to look at the PWI Top 500 for 2017, which I was made aware of today is actually for 2016, but it was released in 2017. Make whatever sense of that you want, because obviously 2017 is not done yet, so that's, I guess, where the logic comes in. We'll also look at the top 50 women. That would be a year behind, because I have not seen the 2017 edition as of yet, and the consensus with the rest of us here was agreed. So they haven't released that quite yet, but when it comes out, we will definitely talk about it. So before we get into our awards, we're going to do the PWI stuff. We're going to talk about that, and then we'll break down each category and just kind of go from there. So that's our whole show. I think everybody's cool with that, right?
I am cool.
All right, that should take
some theme music or something, man. This is a special episode. This is number 50.
I ain't got time for that. We don't got the budget for that. So yeah, we'll start with the top 500 males for 2017, 16-ish. It's, I don't know. It's long and lengthy. I don't really know where to start. She did say it twice. Rounding it out, actually, this list only goes to 495. I can't even see the last 5. That's not fair.
We only need 10.
I guess we don't need those last 5. The Ulcerans. Trying to see any big names. Ultimo Dragon was 356.
That's huge.
Chase Owens is 304. Hangman Page is 268.
What?
Wow. Those kids are on their way up.
Curtis Axel.
That's bound to move up.
Curtis Axel, 300. He's down from 182 the year before. Connor of the Ascension is 292. Jack Swagger comes in at 246.
Can you guys hear me yawning?
Yeah. Let's see here. Brahm, Tom's favorite, 241.
I'm a fan. I mean, he's hurt right now. I mean, he injured is like really bad, so I don't even know if he'll even come back.
He sure is hurt. He's 241. Yeah. One of our favorites, Mustafa Ali. This is, before, I would imagine, his CWC run and everything. Cruiserweight division run, 237. So it's a good place to start in the 500.
Oh, yeah. He should be up soon, too.
Oh, yeah.
Razor from the Authors of Pain tag team. Yeah. 224. Kurt Hawkins, 223. Akam, 220. He's a whole 4 points higher than his tag team partner for some reason.
That seems fair for a tag team.
Sure. I can't tell them apart.
But then again, they've only been a tag team, so that seems pretty good.
They should tie.
Yeah. A slash.
Kenny King, 222. Eric Rowan, 218. R-Truth, let's see here. Let's kind of jump around. DJ Z, 203.
There you go, Monroe. I know she's a DJZ fan.
I'm a fan.
Bo Dallas 185 with Eli Drake at 184.
Wow.
That will move. Eli Drake will move. Trust me.
He's actually went down from the year before. He was 94 the year before, and he went down to 184. I doubt it.
Well, I say he'll move, but with what's going on with them already ready to sell, I don't know.
They're already almost out of business again.
Yes.
I think that's been debunked.
I don't know.
No, but I've read that Anthem is trying to sell.
It's fun to talk
Force
about.
Wrestling.
It's fun to talk about either way because I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, the aforementioned last week, Psycho Clown 170.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Where's Dr. Wagner Jr.? He better be at like 20 then.
We'll get there. Oh, Andre Cien Almas. I missed him. He's at 189. Let's see.
Ooh, underrated.
Yeah. ACH 144. Jeff Cobb 142. He'll be going up.
Okay.
Akira Tozawa 131. Rounding out the top 100 here. Oh my God. Ty Dillinger's 114, whereas Enzo Amore is 110. That's right. Enzo Amore ranks higher than Bully Ray and Joey Ryan.
That's ridiculous
and
to me.
Mike Bennett.
Ridiculous.
Aleister Black checks in at 102. Let's see here. The other notables here. Trent Beretta, 91.
Well, that's actually a great jumping point because that's Aleister's first. This basically is his what would call rookie year on this.
He was 170. He was 174 the year before that. So he's not a rookie.
Yeah, because he was Tommy N before he was Aleister Black. So
right.
He's just I guess a WWE rookie this year. Let's see here. Mike Elgin, 76.
Oh, good for Big Mike. Hell yeah.
Let's see. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Gallows is 70. Anderson is 73. Woods.
Interesting.
Woods is 72. Davey Richards, this is the 75. The new Evolve star, Davey Richards.
That's for me. That's way low. Way low.
Well, he doesn't have a company, a TV company, I should say, anymore.
Right.
Way low as in he's better than that?
Yes.
Is he really? Because I'm going to go see him at the Evolve show, and I've never seen him wrestle before.
Tom loves him. Fan. I'm not a big fan of him, but Tom just would marry him.
Yeah, a huge fan. He's already married, man. Come on.
Hey, who was better? Who's better, Eddie Edwards or Davey Richards? Tom.
That's debatable because they're both very good, but for me, I like Davey's style better.
You're like asking him to choose between his favorite children.
Yeah.
It's a Wolves fan, huh?
It's a real Sophie's choice.
I will say this. Triple H missed the boat when they had the tryout and they didn't sign them.
Did you hear that? I made Monroe cackle. That was awesome. She marked out for that one.
Yeah, because I think they both suck.
I'm right there.
Eddie Edwards?
I don't think they suck. I don't like them. They don't suck, but
they don't suck. But I'm not a fan of either.
Yeah. Tomohiro Ishii, 74.
Ishii!
What? Okay.
He sucks.
Kofi, 69.
What? Say it to his face.
I just had to say I had to. Why not?
I think for giggles, they should have switched Kofi and Woods. Kofi is 69. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
He had a sex tape.
Oh, because of Paige?
Yeah, right.
Nice job.
Hiroki Goto, 63.
Gosh.
Let's see here. Pentagon Dark. Any fans?
Oh, dude, he's the man.
He jumped up.
I've been watching a lot of Lucha, and
Lucha's about to be out of business, too.
Yeah, they're struggling too.
Pentagon Dark went up 3 spots from 68 to 65 this year.
He was out for a while. I think that's probably why.
Oh yeah, don't try to justify these, Tom.
No, I'm saying he was injured, so I
don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters. Anyway, where did I leave off? Pentagon Dark. Austin Aries, a double 60. He went down 6 spots from the year before. That's weird. Big E 59. Let's see.
Wow.
Rich Swann 56. Moose 55. Bobby Fish 53. Tyler Bate, 50. Takahashi, 48.
Well, you passed it. Jay Lethal, 52 was number 5.
Yeah, big drop, 47.
Big drop from one of the best in the business.
But that's the age. He's getting older.
Yeah, not just that, but he also had the big House of Truth thing going, and then this year he just kind of fell off the map and hasn't done much. He was Ring of Honor champion for a long time, wasn't he?
He was.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
So, I think this list is kayfabe-ish.
The Jackson boys. Nick is 40. Matt is 42. In between, Sami Zayn, 41. Jeff Hardy, 51. Matt Hardy, 45. Who would have thought that would ever happen? Matt rated higher than Jeff.
What he just said, kayfabe. It's all gimmicky right there because Matt was the gimmick. Jeff was kind of like the side.
I'm going to disagree with you, buddy, because the year before, Jeff Hardy 67, Matt Hardy 33.
Ooh.
That was before the Broken Hardys. Tanahashi, did I say him already? 39. Kyle O'Reilly 38. Alberto L. Page 37. EC3 36. But boy TJP 35. I like that. Good on you, buddy. Yeah, it's a little high for him. Cody. All right, so let's see here. Marty Scurll 31. Pete Dunne 29.
Mm-hmm.
Finn Balor 28.
But look at the jump that Pete Dunne had.
396, almost unranked to 29.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
He might be the biggest jump that I've seen on this list.
I'll take a look at that
I
in a
have
second.
got to wonder what goes into deciding this list.
Yeah.
How the hell is Marty Scurll that high? I'm wearing a shirt right now. I'm a fan, but how is he that high?
He went from 204. He went from 204 to 31.
You know what he did. He joined the NWO.
All right.
Sweet.
Eddie Edwards is somehow ranked higher than Finn Balor. I don't buy that for a second.
Well, Eddie had a world title reign. Finn did for a day.
I don't give a crap, man. Brock Lesnar starts us off at 25, so that's where I'm going to start, all right? We're going to run through straight 25 to 1, and then we'll give our lists and stop me if you're upset by any of these, all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
Brock Lesnar 25. I'm upset.
Yes, me too.
Hey, at least he's dropped 6. He was 19 the year before.
Boy.
So let's be proud of the sharp decline. All right. So Brock 25, Johnny Mundo 24, Shibata 23.
Who?
Shibata.
Okay.
22, Jericho went down one spot, a whole spot. 21, Will Ospreay.
Okay.
20, Kushida.
Okay.
19, John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
He went down 9 spots, by the way, because he's a part-timer.
Part-timer.
Bobby Lashley, 18.
Wow.
Actually went up 6 spots. Someone I think should be ranked higher, Christopher Daniels is 17. He had a good year.
Right.
He had a good year. Seth Rollins, 16. Bray Wyatt, 15. Adam Cole.
Baby!
Thank you. I was waiting for one of you two. 14. Randy Orton, 13. Overrated.
Horribly overrated.
But yeah, he jumped up from 59 the year before. What the hell did he do? Tetsuya Naito, number 12.
Yes.
Go Naito.
Neville, 11. Congratulations, Neville. That's
great.
Good to see.
That's great.
I like that.
That's great.
Well earned. The Miz, 10.
I agree. Absolutely.
I have no problem with that, you know. I don't. He works hard.
It really all depends on what your list is based off of. That's all I can say.
Really.
Because on some lists, I could understand where Miz, they could put him at 10. I really could. Because as far as character work, I don't know if there's anybody better in WWE. So.
I don't know if there's anybody better in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So here's our top 10. So we got Miz, Bobby Roode at number 9.
Mm-hmm.
Dean Ambrose at number 8.
That one I got. Yeah.
I don't.
Samoa Joe, number 7. Shinsuke.
Again, not sure about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Shinsuke Nakamura, number 6, jumped up 1 spot from the year previous. Kenny Omega, number 5, up 18 from 23. Roman Reigns drops from number 1 to number 4.
Only from 1 to 4. Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, I'm sorry.
Kevin Owens, number 3. And your top...
I have to say overrated in that position. If we're going based on the year they had, I don't know.
Well,
although he did have an incredibly strong year.
Yeah, in 16.
2016, yeah. AJ...
Yeah, I guess in kayfabe sense he did have a 4-year. Okay, that's fine.
AJ Styles, number 2, and Kazuchika Okada, number 1.
Or a 3-year, I guess. Yeah, it's not a bad list. Not a great list.
Alright, and because some of us combined women and men in our top 10, I'm just going to real quick do the top 10 of women. And then I'll do a couple honorable mentions after that. So top 10, Sienna. 9, I don't think she'll be on any list next year, Sexy Star.
No.
8, Gail Kim. 7, Natalia. 6, Jade. 5, Bailey. 4, Becky Lynch. 3, Asuka. 2, Sasha. 1, Charlotte. Asuka's up to number 3 from never being ranked before. Or at least not the year before. Let's see.
Whoever did that list doesn't watch any Stardom.
Let's see here. Rosemary is 14.
Yeah, I think that's low for
Stardom.
her. I really think that's low for Rosemary, in my opinion. Rosemary. I think
again,
that's
Tom,
low
this
for her.
is from 2015.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, this is a year old. We don't have the updated one yet. They haven't released it, as far as I can tell. Candice LeRae, 18. Paige, 19. Nia Jax, 23. Again, these are Santana Garrett, 24. Dana Brooke, 26.
Yeah, what about like Tony Storm?
Let's see.
This was 15.
Right.
Or Io Shirai.
EO should be there.
Not on here. Let me double check though, but not on here. Carmella, 44. Let's see.
Yeah, that list is null and void.
All you got to do
Ava
is look
Marie,
at number 50, and you know the list is null and void.
Shayna Baszler, 40. Tessa Blanchard, 38. Ember Moon, 37. Marty Bell, 32. Keely Ray, 28. Madison Rain, 27.
Who's 50?
Eva Marie.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're doing our
I second that.
I'm just scanning the
Move
list
on
here
from
real
there.
quick. I'm wondering if, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. They've been doing it since 2008. 2008. Let's see. Who was number 1 in 2008? Let's just click on it. Awesome Kong was number 1.
That's about right.
Number 2, Beth Phoenix. And number 50, Portia Perez.
Okay.
Oh, Daphne was 49. That's a name I recognize. Okay. All right.
I was a big fan of Daphne. I liked her.
I did too.
When she was hanging out with David Flair.
Yeah, she was kind of, yeah.
Well, they were a couple. All right, so our own top 10. I'll start with you, Tom. Run it down.
For men or women, or just
Whatever you
everything.
want.
What do, man?
It's whatever you want at this point. A la carte. The Reigns.
Oh, I have. All right, then. Number 1, I have AJ Styles.
You're doing it the wrong way. You're terrible at this.
Oh, you want me to go bottom at the top?
That's how every list is done.
All right then. Sorry, I wasn't aware.
Spoilers. Now you gotta change it.
Yeah, I got to change it then.
So he's your number 2.
So my number 10 is Neville, because he's been wonderful this year since he's gone heel.
Wonderful.
Boy.
Then 9, I have The Miz. 8, I have Rollins. 7, I have Joe. 6, I'll keep Nakamura there at 6. 5, from what I've seen and I like, I will keep Kenny Omega there, but stop overselling or I'm going to drop you. 4, I'm sorry, I got to go with my man. He's only been around a while, but Chris Jericho deserves to be in here because he's been phenomenal.
You said he's only been around a while.
Well, I mean, he kind of took a little break, but still, Jericho's still in my top 5. Then I go Kevin Owens. Then I'm going to show some love to AJ. Yeah, that was my 2. AJ would have been at 2 for me. Are you keeping track? Or am I just making this up as I go?
Aren't you keeping track?
Yeah. I am.
Liar.
And then number 1, who I've been most impressed with, and I'm going to say that nobody's going to agree with me on this, but I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
Because Cody Rhodes
definitely not based off of 2016.
got released and reinvented himself and has had nothing but success.
Man, props to you for that.
Wow.
That was a great pick. I don't know if I could put him at 1, but you're right, man. He deserves a lot more credit for what he's been doing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sure.
How's it feel to be alone on that limb?
Oh, I'm okay out there.
All right, John, what do you got?
That was an awesome list.
Oh, wait, Tom, do you have women at all, or
What?
do you have any women that you want to talk about, or?
Oh, are we going to go back to the women, or
Do whatever you want, because they have them mixed into their top 10. So
Yeah, mine's mixed in, so why don't you give your women now?
do I have to do a top 10? Can I do a top 5?
it's top 5.
Yeah, my top 5. I have Becky, Sasha, Charlotte. I love Rosemary. I think what she's done has been great. But number 1 is Asuka.
You skipped one.
Did I skip one?
Yeah.
No, that was 5.
No. Number 2 is Rosemary and number 1 is Asuka, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
All right, my bad.
And I have to say, quick, number 6, what I've seen from Ivelisse has been incredible.
Yeah, she's underrated for sure.
Yeah.
Very good list.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, John, take it away.
All right. Number 10, I have Charlotte Flair. Number 9, I have Hiroshi Tanahashi. Number 8, I have Michael Elgin. Number 7, I have Tomohiro Ishii. Number 6, I have AJ Styles. Number 5, I have Tetsuya Naito. Number 4, I have Katsuyori Shibata. Number 3, I have Asuka. Number 2, I have Kenny Omega. And number 1, I have Kazuchika Okada. And I kind of did mine based off of like this year included too, a little bit. So
that's fine. This year would have been fine. It's hard
broke
for
the
us-
rules a little bit. But.
No, it's hard to remember 2016 completely without blending it into 2017 or 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't watch much New Japan, but what I've watched, Okada is one of those guys that I really enjoy. So yeah, he's right outside of mine. I would like to watch him more, and then maybe.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely. It's just for me the fact that not only his booking, but just in the ring, he is. There's very few wrestlers who I have. It's hard for me to think of when they haven't botched. I've never seen. It's like he's so clean and crisp in the ring. It's really impressive. I'm really impressed by that guy. So, and Omega, I mean, that's more because he was the first Gaijin to ever win the G1 Climax, which in my opinion was a big deal. So strong booking on his end. He carried it into Wrestle Kingdom, and then you also have Asuka at 3, who was, I mean, you know, with her undefeated streak and everything, she had to be up there. And yeah, and if Charlotte Flair didn't fall off, she would have been up higher because man, like I said last week when she had that undefeated streak on the pay-per-views, I was a big Charlotte fan. Just wish it would have paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Moving to SmackDown and a face turn. That's what I blame. Sorry.
Okay. All right, Monroe.
Okay. At 10, I have Toni Storm. She's only 21, but she's amazing. She's getting better and better, and she had a very strong year. 9, I have Sasha. 8, I have Ishii. 7, Naito. 6, Shibata. 5, Charlotte. 4, Kenny Omega. 3, Asuka. 2, AJ Styles. And 1 is Okada. I mean, there's nothing more to say that hasn't been said about Okada. So, yeah, that's my list.
All right. That's combined, so nothing else to talk about there. As far as more stuff to say.
Not really. I mean, there's really nothing to say.
Where's Io Shirai on your list? I thought I might hear that name.
Yeah, well, she's one of those competitors that's like put on great matches and elevate her opponent. But when I'm, taking into account 17 and 16, half of 16 and then this half of 17, she's been losing a lot because she's putting over people like Toni Storm. So I don't think she deserves to be on that top 10. But she's right outside. She's like 11 for me.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I put Toni above her. Because Toni did beat her for the title. SWA title.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
He says, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What do you got, Dave?
My women, I have 2 honorable mentions. Outside of my top 5, I have Peyton Royce and Alexa. And my top 5 go as follows, 5 down. Ember Moon, Becky Lynch, Toni Storm, Charlotte, and Asuka. All right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My men, 10 down, Christopher Daniels. Is number 10.
Yeah.
Christopher Jericho is number 9.
Christopher.
Finn Balor is number 8. I don't care if he was hurt. He still was one of the best. For me, number 7, Adam Cole. Number 6, The Miz. Number 5, Samoa Joe. 4, where was I? Oh yeah, Kevin Owens. 3, Shinsuke. Wait. I'm reading. Yeah, no, Shinsuke. AJ Okada. There we go.
That's his full name.
What?
I thought you were naming one guy in the same block. Shinsuke.
Sorry.
Kenny.
Let me say my commas. Shinsuke, comma AJ, comma Okada.
There you go. I was like, are you putting them all in? Are they all rated right there at the same spot?
I thought you could figure it out, but I guess I.
So I have a question, Dave. Why is Shinsuke as high as 3?
I think as far as performers go in NXT, his NXT run was incredible.
True.
Okay.
So
Sure.
I'm counting 16 and 17. I'm not holding booking. Right. I'm not holding booking on the main roster against him. For somebody I have never seen or heard of, I became an instant fan from match number 1. So he had to be in my top 5 no matter what.
Yeah, and that's something that I think is very interesting. Those who have seen Shinsuke before, his WWE run, how they feel, and those who haven't. I think that that's an interesting dynamic to throw into the conversation. It's very cool.
So those are our lists. Feel free to chime in with your own lists. Again, on Twitter at Ringside Geeks, our Facebook page. Just search for Ringside Geeks. You should be able to find us pretty simply. Or you can comment on this post at atomicgeekdom.com/Ringside Geeks, and you can just comment right on the episode post right there. There's a comment section right underneath there.
Mm-hmm.
All you need is a Facebook account or create your own login for the comment portion. All right, so now we will move on to our mid-year awards. Tom, do a little music.
Dun, 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 dun.
Tom?
There was the music.
Oh, sorry.
Sing a song.
Oh! Here come the mid-year awards!
Thank you.
Lord. Perfect.
It's mid-year.
All right.
It's mid-year. I'm not finished with you yet.
I'm gonna have Tom Stroman introduce each category. I will text him the next category, and he will introduce it for us. You ready for this, Tom and Tom Stroman?
I am. We shall see if he is.
So I asked both of you.
Check with him real quick, because he sounds real agitated this evening.
He's a little upset. It's okay.
Oh, poor thing.
Get him a beer or something.
He's a good brother. It's okay.
All right. Actually, Tom, just use the list I texted you.
I'm on it.
From the bottom. from the bottom
Got
up.
it.
From the top of that list down to the bottom. End with male wrestler of the year. Okay. All right. Tom Strowman, tell us our first category.
Ooh, first top talker of the year. Love it when they talk. Because then I shut them up.
Oh. Aggressive Tom Strowman. I think you're going to like a couple of my choices on this one, Tom Strowman. But, all right, on this list. Talker of the year. Let's start with you, John. Who you got for your Talker of the year?
So far this year, I think that as far as promos are concerned, there's one guy who sucked me in the most and made me believe every word that he's saying, and his name is Samoa Joe. I know he's going to be honorable mention for some, but and you're going to see his name a couple times on this list when it comes to promos. Mm-hmm. He's just, to me, Joe is getting old and he's had some knee problems. He really can't go at the rate that he once was able to, but when he gets on the mic, I mean, he does all he needs to do, and he makes you believe that he can still rip your freaking head off. And that's all that matters to me. So
Joe's
he is my favorite in WWE.
You.
Yep.
Great pick.
Yep.
Good choice. Tom.
I cannot go against The Miz. Miz does it every week, every Monday. When he was on SmackDown, it was every Tuesday. He is that consistent. I mean, he is the ultimate heel character, and he gets it in the ring and on the mic. I love the guy. I mean, to me, that's my guy.
Your boy, I should
that's
say.
Boy, man.
Your boy. All right.
Step off.
All right.
Step off real quick.
All right, shut up. I went.
Don't make me get Mr. Strowman back.
I pay the man. You don't.
Hold on, we get paid?
Nope, he does.
Oh.
That's not fair.
Oh, you guys got that kind of entertainment value? I don't.
Yes.
I don't. I pay to be on this show. Kevin Owens is my Talker of the Year. As far as, I don't know. I just don't think there's anybody better at this point right now to cut a promo in any fashion. We've never seen him run as a face, but as a heel, I just dig it. So that's my choice.
I agree. I can agree.
Monroe?
My honorable mentions, Samoa Joe,
honorable mentions.
KO, you know I got them, come on, I make lists. Samoa Joe, KO, Minoru Suzuki, Cody Rhodes, but my pick will be The Miz also.
You mean Cody?
Cody, whatever. You know who I'm talking about. But yeah, The Miz is my talker. He made people remember him from his promos on Talking Smack, and then even so now in the ring, in different segments, he's still cutting those awesome promos. He's always been a great talker. People always looked over him, but he's always been solid in the ring, on the microphone, and nothing has changed. He's great. He had a great year last year, or half of the year, whatever you want to call it. And so far this year, he's been a strong IC champion. So, yeah, Miz is my talker of the year.
Even as recently as 2 Monday nights ago when he went up against Roman and Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Stole the show right there. He made that tolerable.
Yeah, he's great.
So, yeah, good choices all around, I think. I can't argue with any of those choices, and I won't. All right, Tom Strowman, what's next?
Oh, next up. Hey, don't laugh. Serious business. Promo of the year. Get it.
Get it. All right.
Talking Smack.
That's right. It's a show that's canceled. We'll start with you, Monroe.
Oh, really? Okay.
Get your honorable mentions.
Okay, honorable mentions. Sasha from This Monday in Alexa's face. That was amazing. Sasha also on Raw Talk after Great Balls of Fire. I must be a fan, huh?
Raw Talk.
I would have never guessed.
Joe and Lesnar, that segment, when Roman came out and just kind of whatever, but it was mainly Joe and Lesnar.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I actually watched it again today, and it was even more amazing. Also, Evil cut a promo after beating Okada, which was a big deal, and that was awesome. Naito also cut a promo after winning the G1, which was awesome. Shibata, when he returned and did the I'm Alive promo.
These are just your honorable mentions?
Yeah, these are honorable mentions. This is the last one. This is Shibata. And then I'm going to tell you my pick. But yeah, Shibata was awesome with that whole moment. That was great. But my promo of the year actually goes to Tama Tonga. And I don't know if this counts, but it's going to count for me. Okay. He cut a promo at the G1 Climax press conference. A lot of people called it a shoot. It was pretty honest. And he basically talked about how it seems like it's the same people winning. He said he didn't care about winning. He used a lot of bad words, bad language. Shame on him.
Oos, how could you?
And he was talking about how hard he worked and, he had goals and it's not going to stop him. And man, it was all fire and it was incredible. A lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people haven't seen it and I highly recommend it. Please YouTube Tama Tonga at the G1 Climax press conference. Listen to what he has to say. That man was great.
Oos.
Oh.
No, it's just Oos.
Yeah, it just is. So yeah, that's my pick.
All right, cool. I like
awesome choice.
My pick is The Miz promo from Talking Smack.
Which one?
The first one.
Gotcha.
The one that kind of defined what Talking Smack could be. I know there was the Carmella Nikki Bella thing before that. I think it happened just before that, which was interesting. It was pretty aggressive and different. I thought I didn't know we were doing that kind of thing on Talking Smack. And then the Miz came out and basically felt real. It felt he was saying everything real, getting in Daniel Bryan's face. It was amazing. Made you feel a little awkward and uncomfortable. And it should. It felt, I'm going to compare it to it, but I don't think it was as good as the pipe bomb. But it felt like it as far as, breaking that fourth wall deal and the kayfabe and all that. So yeah, that's my choice. I have a hard time picking promos because I am a promo guy. I love a good promo. I love a good person on the microphone. So my list was long. I don't have it in front of me anymore. Otherwise, I would do a lot of honorable mentions, and we don't have that kind of time. So we'll move on. John.
That was an excellent pick. And I think you hit the nail on the forehead because for me, what makes a promo so great is when it kind of breaks that fourth wall, as you referred to, and it feels real. So for that reason, I am going with the aforementioned Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe with a little Roman Reigns here or there segment from Monday Night Raw, because I remember there was a specific part of this segment where and I'd laugh thinking about it because I was like, holy crap, these guys are going to tear into each other right here.
Oh, man.
I mean, Lesnar started shaking and gyrating. It was something I'd never seen before. And I don't know, I smile every time I think about it because that's the raw energy, the raw emotion that I miss so much for a company that is so heavy and so reliant on character work and promo work. I wish it didn't feel forced. I wish it felt more natural like it did in that instance, because to me, that's what it was all about. I was instantly sold on Brock versus Joe. That's why I watched that match. That's why I was so interested in that feud. And in fact, all the mic work in that entire Lesnar-Joe feud was awesome. So, but that one for me was the one that really put it over the edge. And I can't say enough good things about it. So,
great choice.
Yeah, there was a moment in there. I don't remember what Joe said, but yeah, Brock started to lose it.
He was like, "You're really starting to piss me off, boy." That's what he said, and he wasn't even on a microphone. You could still hear it. Oh my God, I get chills just thinking about it. Sorry.
That's all right. Tom?
All right, so you guys took mine because I was going to go with the Joe Lesnar and definitely was going with the Miz on Talking Smack.
That's why
I don't even know where I'm going to go with this one because those were the two that I had in mind. So I really don't even know.
You don't have to.
You can pick that.
You can pick that.
Yeah, I would have doubles.
Well, I would definitely go with Miz on Talking Smack because I'm with Dave. It was the realest promo that I've heard Miz drop, and I think it brought his character back to relevance. It brought the Intercontinental title back to relevance, and he just went from there.
Yeah,
and Daniel even referenced it on SmackDown this week when he talked about that promo, how he was so mad, how he wanted to go after him, and I thought that makes to me, if you bring it up this later, that even he thought it was relevant to bring it up.
Was that the one where he said he doesn't like The Miz, he loathes The Miz, but he respects him?
Right.
No, that was Cena. That was Cena. Sorry. That was Cena that said that.
No, but he even said during that, when he was talking to Shane in the ring, he said, when he attacked me on Talking Smack, you made me, you wouldn't let me do it. Yeah, I wanted to jump on him. I wanted to kick him in the face or whatever. But if you're still mentioning that promo now, that means it meant a lot to them. So to me, that meant something.
Sure.
Awesome.
All right.
Save me for last, Dave.
What?
Because of my mentions. Just save me for last because of my mentions.
I can't do that. I got to switch it up to make it fair.
No, save me for last.
All right. You could just save your honorable mentions for last.
Was that it for promo?
Yeah. So Mr. Strowman, what's next?
Oh, you want a good storyline? Ooh, here comes storyline of the year.
Love it.
It's so great.
All right, Tom, kick us off. Storyline of the year for you.
Storyline of the year for me is, I'm sorry, it's going to be weak, but it's the Asuka thing in NXT that she can't be beat.
Yes.
I mean, to me, it just, everybody wants to see her be beat, but there's nobody who's going to see it. And now, knowing what we all know, she's not going to be beat. So to me, that has been the best storyline of the year.
Great pick.
Good stuff. All right, John.
Okay, so I was thinking about that Asuka one, and I was thinking if that actually counts as a storyline. So if it does, then my storyline of the year is going to be, instead of Asuka's title reign, it's going to be Kazuchika Okada's title reign. Because I think that added a whole element to the G1 climax that would have, without it, made the tournament a whole lot less intriguing and nail-biting, because throughout each of Okada's matches, especially as we got more down the stretch, I could not wait to watch his match in particular, because you did not know who was going to finally beat Okada. And because he's the world champion, and because he's so highly thought of this year, when it comes to being the first person to pin him, it was going to be extraordinarily significant. And the rub that Evil got from that was phenomenal. The pop was phenomenal. That moment, the promo, everything about it was great. And I think it had a lot to do with the fact that it was Okada, and it was that he had been so unbeatable. His first time taking a pin in over a year in a singles match. That's unprecedented. And to me, if that is considered a story, then to me there is none better. Asuka's title reign was phenomenal. But when you're talking about the guy carrying the torch for your company, to me that was the peak.
So less of his title reign, more of his undefeated streak.
Both combined. More because he is a champion who was undefeated. He was the world champion who was undefeated for almost a year. Yeah.
All right. My storyline of the year is the Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
Are you serious?
It's the best thing that ever happened to wrestling.
It is amazing.
That's great. It is amazing.
No, that was my joke, but for real, best thing that ever happened in wrestling. No, my real storyline of the year, it was, man, it was a build, but then it was also ended abruptly for the moment, and that is the DIY story. Them being a successful tag team, mine goes kind of all the way back to the CWC, unfortunately, but the Cruiserweight, everything that happened there, every match they had after that was a storyline match towards their breakup. And then they broke up, and I imagine this summer we would be just awash in amazing matches and a feud if they hadn't gotten injured.
Yep.
But I thought that was the best storyline. So
great pick.
Yeah. I love it. And I'm with you. Goes back to the CWC. Yes.
It almost begins there. I think it might even begin there. All right, Monroe, what do you got?
Well, only two mentions for me, and that was the Nobody is Ready for Asuka thing, and also the Neville King of the Cruiserweights, which was awesome until he lost and then got it right back. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, that was still great. But my pick is actually Shibata's story. And that was basically his chase of the title, going through the New Japan Cup, winning it, and then fighting Okada for the title. It was great to see him rise up through that tournament and actually win it. It was a great moment. And then seeing that match, which is an awesome match, probably still my favorite match of the year. And, you know, even though he got injured and was out, and it was just heartbreaking to see and to know how hurt he was during that. But the fact that he kept going and finished the match, and it was so good. It has to be the storyline of the year for me, even if that doesn't count. I don't care. But yes, Shibata's
no, it counts. And that rivalry between them goes back years. You know, Shibata leaving the company when it was during its dark ages, and then he comes back to challenge the guy who was kind of there and pick the company up when it was down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, lots there, and it was great. I agree.
All right, Mr. Strowman, what do you got next?
Oh, here it comes. Feud of the year. And I'm going to steal this one and call it my own. Feud of the year, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, because he can't beat me. He can't stop me. I am the monster among men, and he is a nobody.
All right. I'm going to predict right now the feud of next year will be Tom and Tom Strowman.
There's some heat there.
I'm thinking
I can
about
tell. I'm picking up on it.
I imagine he steals a lot of Tom's beer.
I'm thinking about Put it down. Put it down.
Don't you tell him what to do.
All right.
Be careful where you're treading.
I will start. Feud of the year for me is Okada and Omega. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Wow. Hey, why? Why?
Because for me, every match they had was must watch.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
John?
My feud of the year, because of its significance, Okada Omega. I think that I honestly, as far as the matches were concerned, I wasn't as big of a fan as you were, Dave. But just the fact that they really kind of put New Japan on the map this last year, and so much was talked about. It was, I've never seen so much hype over one match. Or at least one rivalry. And every time these guys went at it, it was like, it was a huge deal. And the business they must have done because of it, unreal. So, yeah, it has to be for me. Feud of the year.
All right, Tomas?
I will go with the aforementioned Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns feud. Yeah! Shut up. I'm giving you credit.
You're trying to squash that feud before it starts. Is what you're doing right there.
Right.
I think they have beaten the hell out of each other any way possible, and to know that they're both still, I guess, standing. Because I mean, you hit him with an ambulance. You threw him off of a gurney over the loading dock. I mean, they've done some stuff that was Attitude Era for me. And I like the way they've done it and incorporate it. When he threw the chair in his face was amazing. And it felt good.
Still marking out about that.
It's just the way they've done this feud I thought was great because you're trying to push Roman as the big Superman guy, but yet you've got Braun as the superhuman heel that can destroy everybody. In my mind, I'm not a big fan of the heavyweights feuds, but I've really liked this one.
All right, Monroe?
Glad you liked it.
Omega Okada is not my pick. Feud of the year for me is actually KO and Y2J. I am still not over the Festival of Friendship. It still hurts. It still burns. I give so much credit to Okada Omega. It was amazing, but I think KO and Y2J was very well done. I may be a little biased because I'm a fan of both, big fan of both, especially Y2J. But Jericho was able to reinvent himself again, do it successfully, have a great run. And this build up to the breakup was amazing. It was slow. It was awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's my feud of the year. Those guys are great.
It's an awesome pick.
I agree.
Good stuff.
Never go against Jericho. I love it.
All right. Get him back. Tom Strowman, tell us the next category.
Hey, get out of the fridge. feud is, wait, no! Give me the right page next time. It's this one. Right?
Oh, you gave him the wrong card? What is this, the Oscars?
Most Improved Wrestler of the Year. Asshat.
Oh, man, Tom, what are you doing?
Why are you talking to me like that?
What are you
Go
doing?
sit
The
down.
feud begins. The feud begins. All right, where are we? We'll start with Tom.
Despite I want to say Strowman, but
Not with that way he's looking at you right now.
what he's looking at me. Shoot, I'm torn on this one because there's a lot of guys at the undercard that have done a lot of good jobs that just don't get enough love. And I'm going to say this one, and everybody's going to hate me, but I like what he's done here lately. It doesn't mean for the year, but I really like what Aiden English is doing. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Call me stupid. But I like what he's doing.
Why? I mean, why? You don't have to apologize for anything, man.
Yeah, I like what he's doing right now. But I for the year, I don't know that I can call him most improved. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to go with that Strowman guy.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
John? Okay. Most Improved Wrestler of the Year. You guys remember CJ Parker?
I knew this was
We all
where it was
remember
going.
Yeah, Juice Robinson for sure is my Most Improved Wrestler of the Year. A guy who has somehow, some way managed to, in like a year's time, become one of the top baby faces in New Japan, getting reactions from the Japanese crowds that's pretty unprecedented. I mean, sometimes Kenny Omega struggles to get the reactions that he does. And so for a guy who was basically enhancement talent in NXT, I think it's very cool that he was able to do that with his career. He had an incredibly successful G1, and he's got a big title match with Omega coming up. I think the rest of the year is going to be big for him. I don't know if he's going to actually win the title, but right now I would say there's no doubt in my mind Juice Robinson is the most improved wrestler of the year.
John, I like that pick because he's another WWE loss, someone else's gain. Because I thought CJ Parker had a lot of potential, but seeing what he's done as Juice, I really like what you're saying right there. I really do.
Cool.
Mine is Braun Strowman, and it's because the first time you saw him in a wrestling ring, you thought he was a monster, but he could not go. He was about as green as they get. And he can't hear me. You got headphones on.
He's doing.
But at this point, he's a draw, man. He is entertainment. And I'm not usually a fan of the big guys.
Mm-hmm.
But he's fun to watch, and he's a good brother. So
he is a good brother.
I'm gonna go with Strowman. Just in the small sample size, he went from green, like no experience, to main eventing. So,
cool.
Yeah. What do you got, Monroe?
There are a lot of people I could say for this category. My only mentions that I have are Braun Strowman, Juice Robinson, and Matt Riddle. But my
Shoeless
pick,
Matt Riddle.
no, he sucks. He doesn't suck. I'm just not a fan. But my pick is actually Naomi. Now, Naomi was able to reinvent herself with this gimmick. A lot of people don't like it or don't get it. I like it. It
Dolph
fits
loves
her.
it.
I get it. I mean, it's from a movie that I grew up with, and I loved it, so I'm all for it. And she has improved leaps and bounds in the ring. Maybe not so much in the microphone, but she'll get there. Her match with Natalya at SummerSlam was one of the strongest on that show, and the second best women's match of that weekend. She had a strong title reign. I don't think people give her enough credit, but she's doing great things. And I can't wait to see more from her. I think her match with Natalya next week is going to be awesome. So Naomi is definitely my most improved wrestler.
I think with Naomi, as far as critics go and the title run goes, you combine what she had with WrestleMania till she got hurt with that. Obviously it was a week, but yeah, it's all one run.
Yeah, for me with her, I think it's just booking. I think she's always been able to go. It's just booking and knowing her character and just being able to show that character. She did have a good title run. I thought she did. But losing it to, of all people, Natalya, I thought was the way to go. and now maybe she gets it back and has another long run. But I think her getting booked in the right way is what's best for her.
Well, I don't think I don't think you want her winning the title now because she's just going to lose it to Carmella.
Well, yeah.
Right. She has improved leaps and bounds. I wonder what's in store for her in the future now, because she really did earn, I don't know, a more solid place in the singles division for the women in WWE. So I hope that going forward, in the same vein as like Jinder Mahal, I hope that now that she drops the title, and eventually Jinder's going to, I hope they don't just suddenly fall and you never see him again or hear from him again.
Well, let's not forget, I don't know if you can remember, she was in line for a big push and got hurt previously.
True.
She was in line for
true.
a real
That's
big
true.
push beforehand. I think they have faith in her. Injuries aside, they do watch out for that injury bug. But I think they have a lot of faith in her, and I think they're going to keep going with her, and she is over. So, that's a good pick.
Yeah, the glow thing is over, no doubt.
Again, I agree with the mic work. She needs work, but that's nothing she can improve on. So
that just comes with time.
Right. She can only get better. And if you think about where she is at now, I mean, where does that put her, So, yeah, that's a good pick. All right. Strowman, please, if you would.
Oh, disappointment of the year. Oh, cue the Roman Reigns music. Cue it. Cue it.
I love it.
'Cause that guy ain't got nothing.
All right. I'll start since we're letting Monroe go last. Disappointment of the year for me is 205 Live.
Wow.
Because it should be as good as, if not better than NXT.
Absolutely.
Good pick.
And it's not to any fault of the superstars whatsoever, aside from Enzo Amore. It is, you have the most talent in that division, and they're just not being utilized correctly, and I put it 100% on whoever's booking that show, which is probably Vince or Road Dogg or whoever, it's a SmackDown person, I'm assuming. And, it's a tough job, I know, and you're not a cruiserweight ever in your career, and you probably both love big men, but from what it was at the cruiserweight, at the CWC, you're not going to be able to create that again. I get that. But you should at least be able to come close. And adding in storylines and feuds should not be this difficult. And getting crowd reaction, I think, is, again, a part of the problem of being attached to the end of SmackDown. It needs to be its own, I think, like Full Sail type show. Smaller arena, smaller size like that. Like what the Mae Young is doing. Turn the lights off. It's just on the ring. Let him go.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
But yeah, that's my disappointment there, because that show should be one of their best shows on the network.
Absolutely. Great pick.
John.
I had 205 Live on my list for sure. Some other things I had were like WWE's women division, the return of Goldberg, Undertaker main eventing WrestleMania for some reason.
I want to interrupt you, because can the return of Goldberg disappoint you when you didn't have high hopes to begin with? No, I'm just kidding.
That's a good point. That's a good
Not
point.
at all.
But more so the fact that he was able to beat Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
And we got to watch that live, Tom.
Yeah, sorry guys. I hate to bring that back.
We paid money to see
the old
that.
feelings.
We paid good money. I paid good money. You didn't pay for nothing except for your plane ticket.
Hey. Quit bringing up old stuff.
The heavyweight title picture, in my opinion, on both shows has not been very strong. I mean, let's just talk about AJ Styles dropping the belt to Cena, and then after that, the WWE Championship has kind of struggled. Jinder Mahal doing his best, but I'm not sure it's where it was when AJ was champion. So, and in looking in this list, I just had to say, well, let's just umbrella it all. And I'm going to say my disappointment of the year is WWE Creative, because in my opinion, with the amount of talent that is on that roster right now, there's no excuse for where the product is. It should be leaps and bounds better. Like you said, Dave, 205 Live should be a must-watch show. especially for more hardcore fans like us. The women's division, Monroe, we go over this almost every week. Just the way they treated Bayley after she was called up, and now this whole thing with the 4 horsewomen, just questionable decisioning. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you just have to throw it all under that umbrella for me, because it's hard to pick one of these and say that it's more important than the other. So,
all right, Tom.
Good pick.
Yeah, I got to kind of piggyback on all of it. I've watched a few episodes of 205 Live, and I think this could be one of the best shows on TV, but it's not booked right. I think you have the real good guys get show on Raw, but then that takes away from the 205 Live show, and then you put a title match on 205 Live. I was like, wait a minute, what did I just watch? And then you're pushing Enzo now on 205. Really? That's who you want to back? And you couldn't let Austin Aries move up to the main roster? Sorry, that's a huge disappointment for me. And the women's thing, yeah, I think I'm not so mad about it. It's just not progressing as it should. But to me, I'm going to go to individual superstars as my disappointments. The NXT call-ups, for some of them, have been a disappointment. I'm so mad that Ty Dillinger didn't get a better push coming off of his call-up. He's getting it a little bit now on SmackDown with his little thing with AJ, but not enough. Joe got his. Bobby's going to get his. But I'm kind of disappointed in the general booking of the general booking of the NXT call-ups. That's probably my disappointment.
Good pick.
All right, Monroe.
It's all booking, huh? Honorable mentions really quickly. Triple Mania 25. Samoa Joe losing. Injuries. Revival. Asuka. Ciampa. So on and so forth.
Oh, yeah.
AJ and KO. I think that feud could have been much better. The G1 finals. Same guys again. I'm just repeating what Tama Tonga said. I wish Elgin would have got a chance, or maybe Juice. I know their time is coming, but it would have been nice for a surprise like that. I'm still happy Naito won, so I'm not complaining too much. Also, the Alexa-Sasha feud. I wish there was way more. Those two have some type of chemistry. I don't know what it is. Heat, maybe? I don't know. But I think that feud could have been way better than what it was. But my pick for disappointment of the year is just simply Bayley. Bayley should be our Hulk Hogan, and Bayley should be our whoever, and I don't understand why she's not. I think of all of the women, besides maybe people like Emma or whatever, Bayley has been booked probably the poorest. She is just, who is Bayley? It got to the point where people are booing her. How was it even, when you look at her in NXT, you would think, how is it possible for
Canadians
someone to
are booing her?
Canadians, and they're like the nicest people in the world, and they're booing Bayley of all people. Bayley. And I, to be honest, I think there may be a heel turn in the future for her, which I think is stupid. So definitely disappointment of the year for me is Bayley. Just everything, her booking and all that has just been subpar, and I feel terrible for her. Bayley is my pick.
I can agree with that.
All right, cool. All right, we got to move a little faster here, just a little bit. I'm not going to cut you short for explaining your choices, but we just got to move a little bit quicker.
All right,
but Mr. Strowman, what's next?
Surprise, surprise, surprise! Surprise of the year.
Nice.
What you got?
All right. I think, do I start? Yeah, no, I don't. Tom does.
My surprise was, Jinder Mahal being as good of a world champion as he is. I think he's grown into being a world champion, and I'm cool with it. Everybody wants to say, oh, I'm mad. The booking is so predictable. But then you put the title on Jinder, and you know what? I think he's done a good job evolving into a reputable world champion. So that's a surprise for me.
Right on. That's a good one. Him winning was a surprise. Just that alone.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
So, and that was a good surprise. So I like it. John?
pretty easy. Monroe, it was a moment that made you and I get pretty emotional, and I still get emotional every time I watch the video.
Oh, Jesus.
I had literally no idea that Katsuyori Shibata was going to walk out at the G1 27 final. He did. He was walking out. I need to, emphasize, he was walking after literally, almost being paralyzed. So, yeah, for me, there's no better option. There's no better pick than Katsuyori Shibata's return.
Great pick.
All right. My pick would be from the most recent NXT TakeOver, and that was the debut of Adam Cole, but it was the combination of Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly becoming a new stable and just destroying Drew McIntyre, and then continuing their rampage upon the NXT brand. Not even just the roster. They're beating up security guards all over the place. So that was, so far this year, my surprise of the year. I enjoyed that. I'm enjoying it to this day.
Yeah.
So, it continues. All right, Monroe?
I'm gonna echo John. Yeah, Shibata returning is definitely my surprise of the year. I had no idea that he was gonna show up. And when his music started to play, and I expected him to come out in a wheelchair, on crutches, or wrapped up or something, he walked out on his own, got in the ring, did a bump, and smile. I get choked up even talking about it. I cried like a baby when that happened. It was so great. Definitely my moment of the year. That's probably my top moment for a long time now, until Sasha turns heel. So, yeah.
All right. Mr. Strowman, quickly.
How about the bad worst match of the year?
Anything with Enzo Amore in a singles match.
Yes, sir.
No, that was my joke answer. The House of Horrors.
It's not
match.
a joke though. That's a good one.
Well, no. The House of Horrors match was the worst match of the year. John?
If you listen to our Ringside Mini, you will know because I cussed about 20 times in 30 seconds. Michael Elgin, Toriano from the G1. Elgin getting disqualified without, in an Eddie Guerrero style. Not having it, not in the G1 especially. It eliminated Elgin from contention, and it was bullshit.
Good pick.
Right.
There you have it.
All right, John. I'm sorry, Tom.
I'm sorry. I understand what he's done for the business. He's done for WWE, but anything involving Big Show, with the whole Big Cass Enzo thing, it's just been terrible. Just, I'm sorry, Big Show. You look great. Just retire.
Even after that main event of Raw?
Yeah. The main event on Raw was a good match, but I was waiting for catch the right hand that nobody saw coming. There.
All right, then. Monroe?
My worst match of the year is Bayley versus Alexa and the kendo stick on a pole match. That match was a dud to begin with because of a stupid stipulation. But that match was just awful booking, awful everything. And it's just an example of everything that's wrong with the women's division in the WWE. So, yeah.
All right. Mr. Strowman.
Now it's time to recognize match of the year. Ain't mine. Not yet.
Oh,
this is a good one. This is one I've been excited to hear your answers, guys.
There you go. All right, where do we start? I think we start with Tom.
I'll tell you what, I have not seen a match as good as TakeOver Chicago, the British Championship.
UK
Championship, Dunn and Bate. That is, to me, the best match I've seen this year.
Great pick.
I'll just say it right now, he stole mine. So that was mine as well.
Nice.
All right, John?
Bate and Dunn live was absolutely phenomenal. And had it not been for a year where there have just been so many great matches, I would have likely picked that one. I gotta be honest, I never thought I would see a match in my life that made me feel the same emotion that I saw at WrestleMania 25 when I saw Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, but I did this year, and it was Katsuyori Shibata versus Kazuchika Okada from Sakura Genesis. The build, everything about that match, climax, it was beautiful, and it's my match of the year. It's gonna be hard to beat that one. So Yeah.
Right. Monroe?
To no surprise, that's mine too. Shibata Okada. What he said. That's it.
All right. Strowman, you're up.
Not the big show. Not the big show. How about the show of the year? That's it.
That is it.
We need to get him to host more.
You are straight to the point. I like what you're doing.
He must have heard me. Show of the year for me, NXT TakeOver Chicago. Not just because I was there, top to bottom, one of the best cards, one of the best shows of that I've seen this year. That's every match was good. So
That's one of the best shows in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, John.
One of the best shows in a long time, but I don't think it was the best one of the year, because if you've got the match of the year that made me feel that emotional and you want to throw in the first win for the IWGP Tag Team titles for War Machine, fell in love with him there. Hiromu Takahashi, getting the quick win over Kushida, cementing him as the new ace of the junior division in Japan. I've got to go with Sakura Genesis. It was incredible, and that event is the reason why I still watch New Japan as frequently as I do today.
All right, Tom.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to agree with you, Dave. NXT TakeOver Chicago was amazing, top to bottom, but sentimentally, I have to say Fastlane, because being there with my buddy was so damn cool. I mean, it was real cool being there with my buddy watching these matches together. That sentimentally, that's one of my favorites of the year.
I think it's
awesome.
I think it's awesome.
That's what pro wrestling's all about right there.
You also got to hold on to the IC title for a long time.
I got to hold it, and that guy behind me was like, "Oh, I want to bash him with it."
Lay him out with a brand new title.
I wanted to go old school. Hey, how does this feel? Wow.
Oh man!
You should have turned around and asked him, "Is this a title or is this a belt?"
Coming.
You should have asked him, "Is this a title or is this a belt?"
Boy.
He would have been like, actually.
Hey, Nia told me to hit you with this.
Right. Undertaker's coming. All right, Monroe.
Show of the year for me would be the G1 Climax Night 14. That show, it had its typical tag matches in the beginning, which was still fine, but it also had matches like Kojima versus Sonata, which was awesome. Made people notice Sonata for sure. It also had Juice Robinson defeating Kenny Omega, something we did not see coming. And of course, Evil defeating Okada, something no one saw coming. Great moments throughout. Great show. That's my pick.
All right. Strowman.
Good pick.
Strowman.
Oh, so what's next? Tag teams? Who wants a tag team partner? I am my tag team partner. I'm the monster among men. I will tag against anyone. Yeah, go sit down.
He didn't pick you as his tag team partner, Tom? That's just mean.
Can I be your tag team partner? You're weak.
Oh.
You're weak.
Wow.
Wow.
He's got his own ride home, right? Like, you're not driving him anywhere?
It's like he's just lounging on my couch, like he just owns it.
I'm surprised he fits on your couch.
And I think he broke it. So.
All right, tag team of the year. We start with Tom.
Of course I'm going to go with the Revival.
Well, they were like not injured.
Guys.
They were like not injured for like 12 days of the year.
All right, why don't you stop and let me finish?
Top guys getting hurt like top
doing
guys.
top guy things, because that's what they do. But aside from that, they've had some injury problems. The jaw, the bicep. It's all going to work out. But if I had to go with a tag team for the year, I don't know. They've been so booked wrong, but
just say what you
there
want to
really
say.
isn't one. I can't.
Revival?
I'm gonna stick with the Revival, because every other tag team's been booked wrong and they've been booked sloppy. So top guys doing top guy things.
All right then. Are you okay?
I'm actually gonna miss Corey saying that, by the way.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
He's still on Raw.
Is he going to be on both?
He's gonna be on Raw and SmackDown.
He's on both.
Sweet balls. He's the best one.
That's why he's not doing 205 anymore.
Oh boy.
All right, John, you're up.
So in a year where I really thought I would have a tag team to pick from WWE, I do not, because I mean, you want to harken back to the WWE creative disappointment of the year. The tag team division has to be one of them for me. Unnecessarily breaking up American Alpha, et cetera, et cetera. But my award for tag team of the year goes to the same team I mentioned from Sakura Genesis, War Machine. Two big guys, Hanson and Raymond Rowe, completely impressed me. They bring a style that I've rarely seen in the ring before. And I love their chemistry. I love their combination moves. I love their war paint. I love their entrance. Those guys are awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if very soon you see them at NXT, because they are very damn good. I just hope they don't get turned into the Highlanders 2.0. Please don't do that.
Took it back with that.
Mine is a tie for tag team of the year, because neither one of them made it through the whole year as being good. DIY and the Usos.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything the Usos have done since they turned heel has been gold. They're doing it the right way. I'm really enjoying it. And I would give an honorable mention to Breezango, because
I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
Even though they're not being booked in matches, they're a backstage tag team essentially for now.
They are one of the must-see things on SmackDown.
So much so that an article was written because they weren't on one episode of SmackDown. Like, why weren't they on an episode? That's how popular they are. So just as a comedic duo, they're making their mark. But yeah. So Monroe.
Honorable mentions really quickly: the Young Bucks, Guerrilla Destiny, LAX doing good things right now. And
Whoa. The
LAX
Young
is doing good things.
The
Young Bucks are they're popular and they're a strong tag team. Whatever, get over it. Next,
okay.
The Hardy Boys, but my pick would be the better tag team, better than the Young Bucks, and that's War Machine.
Edge and Christian.
Sweet me.
Okay, she said
Never.
Edge and Christian.
No, better than Edge and Christian. The War Machine.
You get my vote on that, Dave.
All right, we got two left.
The Young Bucks, huh? Wow.
What? Get over it.
Hey, come here. Oh, it's the ladies' turn. Female Wrestler of the Year. How about it?
I want to know, after we list them off, if Strobe would before he introduces the last category, if he thinks he could take any of these women that we're about to list. So, let's see. I will start.
Can you?
Well,
he's over there. He's thinking.
We gotta list them yet. We haven't listed them yet. Which we may have, though, if you go back to our PWI top wrestlers. You might be able to figure it out. Asuka, for me. John?
Should come as no surprise that Asuka is the female wrestler of the year, hands down.
Tom?
I have zero problem saying Asuka. She's dominant. She does what she wants. She's it. I mean, I got caught up in it.
I don't blame you.
Hey, I get it, man. Yeah.
I get caught up in her all the time too. It's okay.
Okay. All right.
All right, Monroe.
Honorable mentions really quickly: Ember Moon, Rosemary, Kairi Hojo, Toni Storm, Io Shirai. But my pick also is Asuka. There is none better.
Mm-hmm. Hey, can you take Asuka? Who? Can you take Asuka? She better come to me. Yeah, dude, stop, calm down.
My gosh.
Not even an answer. He's afraid to answer. I think he's afraid of her.
He's dodging.
He just shook his head.
All right.
He should be.
All right, he's got to introduce the final category.
All right, here, come on. Last one. Male Wrestler of the Year. Me. Wait. Me. Ha, ha, ha.
Love to laugh. That's the best thing ever.
Go lay down.
Go lay down.
How does he listen to you though? If he's okay.
He's been drinking a lot of my beer, so he listens.
Gotcha.
Tom is Tom Strowman's Paul Bearer.
Lay down.
Makes sense. He holds the urn. Gotcha.
He's already broken like 2 couches. Hey.
He's expensive.
It's a good thing he's a superstar. He can make some money. All right.
I'm open.
All right, Tom. Start us off.
My male wrestler of the year is, I'm going to say it, hit me with the backlash, is The Miz.
Shane McMahon.
Wow.
No one has been as consistent through the year as The Miz. You bring it, you do it, you talk it. That's what The Miz does. That's why I love The Miz.
All right. John.
You guys know who I'm going to pick, right? Male wrestler of the year has to be
Marty Scurll.
CM Punk. No, I'm just kidding.
God.
Male wrestler of the year.
Best in the world!
Thank you.
Yes, it is
Kazuchika Okada.
All right.
Good pick.
I went with Okada. Monroe.
Honorable mentions: Neville, Pete Dunne, Aleister Black, Rod Strong, Kenny Omega, Bobby Roode, Braun Strowman. But my pick is also Okada.
There we go. All right.
Sweet.
Those are our awards for the mid-year. We will do it at the end of the year as well to see if everything lines up the same way. I'm sure some of these will change. There's lots of stuff left to go for the rest of the year. Of course, we expect you to chime in. So again, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, and probably not so much Twitter unless you do a picture of your, type them up, do a little picture, tweet it at us. Let us know your choices for all of these award categories, and we'll add more, maybe like Stable of the Year or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Announcer of the Year, Commentator of the Year, something like that.
That's a good one, yeah.
So we'll figure some stuff out, add some other ones. But for now, that is the end of this week's show. We will return to our regularly scheduled format next week to cover more of the Mae Young tournament, and all of the other goings-ons within the wrestling world. So, Tom, if people want to find you and Tom Strowman, how can they do so?
Well, they can find me at skiz_world.
All right. And that is on the Twitter.
Where can I find you? They don't know where they need to find me. I'll find them.
There you go.
All right. Lay back down.
All right. John?
You can find me at njpwworld.com. I'm kidding. You can find me at xjohnneeve on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, how much are they paying you guys?
I got the Meltzer deal, man.
There you go. Monroe?
Hey, I can do that too. You can find me at wearestardom.com. Oh, I meant EFDS_ENT on Twitter, and I Have the Storm Entertainment on YouTube.
There you go. Of course, like I said already, we are Ringside Geeks, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and AtomicKingdom.com/Ringside Geeks for all of our past episodes. Also iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, all that good stuff. You can find us all there. And, that's our show this week. We'll be back again next week. Thanks everybody for doing your research and picking awards. And
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
It's fun.
Thank you.
And please thank Tom Strowman.
I'm glad we delayed
this.
I'm actually glad we delayed this because I wanted Dave to be on this. So it wouldn't have been the same without Dave.
I concur.
For sure.
It would have been better. All right, we will see you all next week.
Blasphemy.
All right, see you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.